So here is the way I would look at that. Okay, so it sounds like Gail. Gail is what she's working with is something that I've seen a lot that makes me happy. It's those of you that have had this, maybe you've had a 401k or a 403b and you've been putting money in that consistently over time. That's a great way to build wealth. That it doesn't have to be rocket science. It doesn't have to be crazy. When people don't build wealth, it's because they don't do anything, right? It's like someone wants to be healthy, but they never exercise, right? You got to do something. It doesn't matter which gym you go to, what kind of exercise you do, but if you're doing something, that's better than doing nothing. Doing nothing is not good at all. And so, if you have something like that, and I've seen people become millionaires with their 401k account at their job. Um, well, what might happen is in that case, if they're not allowing you to do what you want to do with options, then you may have to create a separate portfolio. That's what I do. I don't do my options in the same portfolio as my long-term investments. One, because I just don't want to commingle those funds anyway. I don't want to even be tempted to even look at my long-term investments and say, "Oh yeah, let me see how much more income I can generate if I sell this call option." It's just not something I even want to even entertain as an idea. So I have a separate portfolio. The way to get that portfolio started could be if you have, some large account that you've been putting together for retirement. You can actually borrow against your accounts. I don't know if you guys know that, but most brokerages will give you a loan to value ratio, and you can establish a line of credit and pull some money out that way. If you have home equity, you can borrow against that. Or obviously, if you have your own money, you can start the account with that, or maybe you could work with family and pull your money together with that. And then at that point, you can go and get started. I would say also that I would start slowly, and because options are really powerful, you can really get in there and you can gamble and do crazy stuff with options if you want to do that. I don't like the crazy stuff. I like the simple stuff. I like generating the cash flow, or when I sent you all the iron condor strategy. To me, it's relatively conservative. I mean, all investing involves some type of risk, but a lot of people are probably going to get pummeled pretty bad when the stock market starts to go down. It's building a lot of overconfidence. So be really careful when you start to dabble with options, and just make sure that you learn what you're doing. Of course, we're doing options all the time in the Prime program, but you can learn in other places as well. But I would definitely say be really careful. The other thing too is um, I've always believed in diversifying across accounts, because if you remember last week, Amazon Web Services went down, and all these other websites were going down because of that. And again, I'm sure everybody got their money, but I always think about things like that, which is a reason why I put a lot of my money in different places. I have several different places I have money. I don't have it all in one place. And so keep that in mind as you build. And then sometimes you separate just so you can sort of compartmentalize mentally and just say, okay, this is what I'm using for my options and my income, and this is what I'm using for my long-term growth. Like I was a track coach, and I think about it like a track team, where we would have our sprinters over here, our distance runners over there, our long jumpers over there, right? So your different assets can have different functions, and really the beauty of the stock market that's so amazing is that you can pretty much the three ways people build wealth in America. There's only three ways people make money most of the time. It's either stock market investing, real estate investing, or starting a business. And by stock market investing, I'm also including stuff like crypto and stuff like that.